Now this particular dish is a famous one in Hyderabad. It's Hyderabadi Pulao or Biryani. We have got here 500 grams of 2-inch size cut pieces of boneless lamb. You can use shoulder chops. Shoulder chops are the best part of the lamb to be used in Hyderabadi biryani. Then we have got 250 grams of basmati rice, and again I have used the best basmati rice, and that is the Kaiba brand of basmati rice. Long grain, very nutritional, fragranted and delicious. About a cup of chopped mint and a cup of chopped coriander leaves. And then we have got here 4 tablespoons of roasted garam masala, 4 tablespoons of unsweetened natural yogurt, 2 tablespoons of crushed ginger, 2 tablespoons of crushed garlic, half a teaspoon of chili powder, salt to taste, a heaped teaspoon of saffron strings, 4 fresh green chilies, and 1 tablespoon of whole garam masala. And to garnish the biryani, I have 5 tablespoons of roasted cashew nuts and 5 tablespoons of fried sultanas. We will require juice of 1 lemon and 1 teaspoon of canola oil. Now with that we have got 100 ml of fresh milk here. So first we have to marinate the lamb pieces into these rich spices and the yogurt and set it aside for up to 2 to 3 hours. So let's do the marination first. In goes the garam masala and the yogurt, followed by the ginger, garlic, chili powder, and give this a good mix, and we will be adding a touch of salt in this as well. Okay, so just salt to taste, and I think the lemon goes in here as well, about juice of 1 lemon. Give it a good mix, and we're going to leave this aside for 2 to 3 hours. Now this is looking very rich and spicy, and it's blended really beautifully. So these lamb pieces have been saturating in the marinade, and they look absolutely lovely and very well coated, and lovely rich aroma coming through. Beautiful. So we're going to tip this into the pot now and cook this for about 15 minutes until it is almost 3/4 cooked. In goes the meat, the rest of the marinade in there, and give it a good stir. Turn the heat down. Okay, mix it really well, and we're going to cover this and cook it until it's 3/4 cooked. Rich aroma is already coming out. Here we go, and the lid goes on, and we'll cook it until it's 3/4 cooked. While my meat is cooking, I'm going to prepare the rice for the biryani, and I'm putting in 650 ml of hot boiling water, going to add to the water the rice, followed by the green chilies, the whole garam masala, salt to taste, and then lastly a teaspoon of oil, and I'm using canola oil here. Give it a good stir and then cover the rice with the lid and cook it until it is 3/4 cooked. So I think my lamb is about 3/4 cooked, and what a fragrance it's giving off. Let's remove the lid, and I'm going to add half of this mint leaves to the lamb. There we go. Followed by a half of this golden brown onion, and I've used 2 medium onions here, and I've used about 8 tablespoons of clarified butter to fry those onions. Now another half of this coriander leaves goes into the meat, and I'm going to give that a good stir. Mix it really well, and it is looking awesome. Look at that, it's beautiful, rich, wholesome with those spices. Now that is absolutely fantastic. I bring my rice over to this place here. I'll turn the heats off, and this rice is 3/4 cooked, and all the water has now been absorbed. Okay, so the grains are nice and separate, and it's beautifully cooked. The saffron strings, I'm going to put it into this hot milk, the milk that I have heated. Okay, I'll let the saffron soak into it while I layer my meat, and we're going to use the rest of these ingredients after we've laid the meat and the rice. And so we've reached our final stage of the preparation of Hyderabadi Biryani. First of all, you layer your meat into this oven-proof dish. Spread it out nicely. Big chunky pieces of lamb cubes in there, and it just smells so fragrant. The rich aroma of the spices used in preparing this lamb is just absolutely fantastic. Last bits of the spice go in there, and shift this to the other side, and now I proceed to spread the rice over the meat. And because I've used only 500 grams of meat, we are going to end up with only 2 layers of the Hyderabadi Biryani. So let's sprinkle the remaining of the coriander leaves like so, pour in the juice, and followed by the fried golden brown onions. Doesn't that look beautiful? Look at that. Now I'm going to pour in the clarified butter after the garnishing of the coriander leaves. Spread the butter, clarified butter, all over the rice like that, making sure that every portion of the rice gets a little bit of this clarified butter. And then comes the magic ingredient, the most expensive ingredient, these saffron strings that have been soaking in this 100 ml of milk. Very slowly, just pour this all over. Isn't that beautiful? Now we're going to garnish it with fried sultanas. So in goes this sultanas in here. Look at this. Can't imagine. No wonder they say that Hyderabadi Pulao or Hyderabadi Biryani is the best biryani one can have in the world, and you can believe it. And we will be cooking this biryani for about 15 to 20 minutes at 180 degrees centigrade. And may I just remind you that the rice that I boiled in the other cook pot there took me about 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. It's just about the right time for 250 grams of rice in 650 ml of water on medium heat, and you'll find that your rice will be almost 3/4 cooked and all the water will be absorbed by them. So here's our biryani all ready to go into the oven. Well, our biryani is ready at last. Famous Hyderabadi Biryani. Let's unfold the tinfoil and see how the biryani has come out. And look at that rich color. Beautifully garnished with cashew nuts and sultanas, saffron strings and clarified butter, and above all the beautiful basmati rice from Kaiba. Superb quality, delicious, aromatic and filled with nutrition. Now I'll serve this onto the platter, and I hope you will try this in your own kitchens because there's no looking back. The aroma is just hitting my nose, and it's beautiful. Beautiful to look at and very appetizing. So here goes biryani onto the platter. Rich in spices, beautifully marinated. Absolutely delicious. Garnish it with some. And so that's how Hyderabadi Biryani. Enjoy it. And that biryani goes beautifully with the cucumber raita. Nice and cooling, refreshing, crunchy cucumber raita. Soak meat in the marinade and set aside for 2 to 3 hours. Cook meat till 3/4 cooked. Add to it half of the browned onion, 1/2 cup each of fresh coriander and mint leaves. Bring water to boil in a separate pot. Add basmati rice, whole garam masala, green chilies, oil and salt and cook till rice is 3/4 cooked and water absorbed. Loosen grains of rice with fork and set aside. In a baking dish, layer half the meat followed by a layer of rice. Repeat process till rice and meat are used up. Pour the remaining 7 tablespoons clarified butter over rice. Soak saffron strands in hot milk and pour over rice. Sprinkle over the remaining coriander and mint leaves and browned onion, followed by fried sultanas and cashew nuts. Cover and bake in moderate hot oven at 180 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. Serve hot with cucumber raita or salad.